All right, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of IPR Laws. And I have with me Shivarti Bajaj, who is co founding managing partner of RSG Bajaj Global and iNiva, right?
Apparently, yes.
इस बार मैंने बिल्कुल सही बोला है. शिवारती इज वेरी हैप्पी कि इसने पहली बार मेरी डेजिग्नेशन सही बोली है. On that note of 50 rupees, IPR laws, we're talking about various angles and various things which happen in IPR. And NFT is a new kid on the block.
Yes.
Is the beast in the town. आजकल हर कोई इसके बारे में बात कर रहा है. I even seen कि a lot of musicians अपनी NFT निकाल रहे हैं. I saw some rappers. सीधी मौत. Young guys. They had a very interesting NFT drop. What is or what are NFTs?
Kabir, firstly, it's a pleasure to be on your show. And
Wow.
Thank you.
ये बोलने के मैंने 50 रुपए दिए थे.
As you said, 50 rupees to begin with. 50 rupees is a fungible token, right? And what we're talking about is NFT, which is non-fungible token. Fungible means something that can be broken down into a value, and you can get a return exchange value. Like a 50 rupees note can be into 10 rupee notes, and you'll have the same value at hand. So that's a fungible form. And NFT is something that would be non-fungible. That means a thing that will have a static value. Something like an original painting by a famous artist that you buy or that you get cannot be broken down into 5 paintings to attain that value. It is, as they say, it's a piece of art.
Okay.
But now with NFTs, the difference between an NFT and a 50 rupee note would be that NFTs, as we are discussing in the Web3, exciting Web3 space, right? NFT is on the blockchain. So it can also be touted as one of the use cases, just like cryptocurrency. And it is obviously a digital collectible or an asset as per the current guidelines. So in terms of that, similarly, there is crypto. Now, cryptocurrency, a particular Bitcoin can be, or a particular any coin can be exchanged for a value in dollar. So that makes it fungible, right? And an NFT would be something that you purchase, but it's an original piece in a way. Like suppose I have to say it can be a photo, a meme, video clip,
GIFs.
a GIF,
T-shirt print.
Audio. Yes.
Mixed multimedia.
Yes.
Tell me one more thing, Shivarti, quickly. Like, I was just thinking when you said 50 rupees, 50 rupees की जो ownership है वो तो change होती रहती है. जैसे मैंने आपको 50 रुपए दिया आपके पास से तो वो आपका 50 रुपया हो गया. आपने किसी और को दिया तो उसके पास हो गया. But with NFTs, the ownership stays with a particular person. It's on a wallet.
The
right?
originality remains.
The ownership. Let's say you gave me a NFT, so the ownership stays with me, and you need to transfer the fungible token in my name, right?
The ownership, if it's being transferred from A to you, the ownership will be transferred to you through a smart contract. Mostly, so how it operates, Kabir, technically, I mean, we'll not really go deep into it because it's a little...
It's complicated and it's
a
long,
little binary, if I can say so. 0101. So from that perspective, what I can say is that there is a particular digital certificate attached to an NFT.
Okay.
There is a huge school of argument that says, okay, it's just a code. It's not even art. You know, something like that's right. There is a school of thought that goes into this.
Okay.
So that is where the role of IPR comes into play, as in to ascertain the rights. So currently, there's a digital certificate that is transferred from one owner to the other, and that is how the ownership transfers are happening. And on the blockchain, since everything is traceable in the decentralized world, as we spoke about time stamping, etc., in an earlier episode of copyright. So similarly, this is something that can ascertain the ownership in case of an NFT. But an NFT would be like something in original piece, like for example, the T-shirt that you're wearing right now, right? It's your T-shirt. Now, there may be more than 5 copies of the same T-shirt in the market from wherever you purchased it from. But this T-shirt is your T-shirt. It's Kabir's T-shirt. It's got Kabir's story to it. You probably would have worn it to a hiking trip or to on a bike ride to some serene location. And there's a story that comes with it. So that it makes it your...
It makes it unique and yours.
Unique and yours. So, yeah.
lot of talk about blockchain, NFT, cryptocurrency. These three subjects which are different, but people somehow tend to mix them up. उसकी खिचड़ी बना देते हैं. So what is the difference between NFT and cryptocurrency?
That's a very good question, Kabir. So both are use cases on the blockchain.
Sure.
So
blockchain is the backbone of all these things.
Blockchain is a decentralized backbone.
Ledger keeping.
And now there's a blockchain. There's a whole world to explore. So two of the very trending use cases is one of them is NFT and the other is cryptocurrency. So, and the difference between them is the fungibility aspect that we discussed. NFT by the name itself is non-fungible token, and cryptocurrency is although an asset, but it's fungible.
It's fungible.
Yeah.
Okay.
And secondly, all of this, broadly comes under tokenomics, as it's popularly called, because they're all a form of tokens, So
different economy, which is called
tokenomics.
Wow.
Yeah. So
sounds very classy.
Yeah. So that's probably another subject for another day, and how more use cases can come up. But yeah.
So this is fungible, that is non-fungible.
Correct.
That is a very big difference. And plus NFT...
Fungible means interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Yeah.
And NFT is more to do with art. It's got more to do with something unique. Something which I can put out. Like I see a lot of people... I see so many people on Instagram putting out putting out these cyberpunk themed women, men. This is the new
Bored
FB.
ape.
Huh?
Bored ape.
Bored ape. Eminem has been pushing Bored Ape a lot, and apparently he owns Bored Ape NFT. And what he has done is in his
they're so pretty
music,
looking, to begin with.
He's very smart. He's one of my favorite businessmen. He has also released a music video with Snoop Dogg wherein Bored Ape is featured in the music video to make it more popular, which kind of makes sense.
A lot of food companies are also getting into NFTs. As remember when we were kids, there was, again I said, it's a subset of tokenomics, right? People used to collect tokens from packet of chips, etc., etc. Tazos, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. So yeah. So Tazos, etc. So in that case, something like that would be. It's very interesting to know what food companies are literally doing in the past 6 to 8 months to 1 year. Is that they are dropping in NFTs and using it as a token. Like you collect those NFTs and then you get a particular discount on food or a particular package on Khane Pe. So. Essay, they're doing it, and this is actually doing the rounds. And big brands like Starbucks, the Starbucks reward system is pretty known to everybody.
With NFTs?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
They've just started.
I don't like their coffee though.
Yes.
And that is not Shivarti's point of view, that is my point of view.
So
it's not sponsored by Starbucks, as you can see. Yeah.
Although we are green though.
Yeah, but I think it's very expensive. I like other brands which are local and nice.
Like
but let's talk about
D2C brands are coming up in a big way.
Big way. Yeah.
So such brands, they are coming up with a reward system that is based on NFTs. So you collect particular number of NFTs, and that is traded for coffee or whatever discounts, experiences. Mostly coffee.
यार ये तो कुछ next level ही चल रहा है ना. I mean, see. Okay, I don't want to discourage anybody with this entire tokenomics, but this is more like, this is insane marketing. Like,
of course,
NFTs are being used as insanely for marketing. आप एक काम करो जी, हमारी कॉफी पियो, लेकिन साथ में अगर आप 100 रुपए और दोगे ना, आपको एक टोकन मिल जाएगा. और वो जो NFT है, अगर आप ऐसे 25 NFT कर लोगे तो हम आपको अमेरिका घुमा के ले आएंगे.
Anything
can be played like that as well.
Of course.
And suddenly they are popular.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Suddenly you will see people talking about NFT. People. I think Twitter has a NFT profile picture, right? You can showcase your NFT collection on your Twitter profile.
Twitter has, in fact, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, he sold his first tweet. As an NFT.
Yeah, the first tweet was sold as a NFT.
Around $2.9 million.
I can still see the unique thing about it.
Yeah.
I still can, because Twitter being such a big social media platform, and the first tweet बट
See,
मैं अगर घर पे बैठ के पेंटिंग बना के NFT बेचने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ तो शायद लोग ना खरीदें. I don't know.
What's the story to the uniqueness, right? Uniqueness is subjective. What is unique to it? So it'll sell for a value akin to the reason behind it.
Yeah.
Like his tweet sold for $2.9 million. The story was worth it. So
Do you think that it's become popular because of things like these? Like, you know, the Twitter CEO selling his...
Of course, because see, Web3 is upcoming, right? People are discovering use cases. That is where the whole gray area of IPR comes into play. The gray area of law comes into play. Which law will apply? Which act will apply?
Okay.
In which country? In which state? In which scenario? So that is where all of this is coming into play. Because if there is work, then there are rights. If there are rights, then who owns it?
Yeah, because
So, yeah.
what is stopping me from making something which is like a Nike swoosh as an NFT and putting it up, right?
Right. So that would come under trademark, the swoosh, because as we discussed earlier, trademarks would be brand recognition marks or brand recognition words. So that tick would be, again, would be a trademark for Nike. But yeah, of course, you can go ahead and come up with anything that you feel is more original and less conflicting with popular brands.
So how do these NFTs actually work? Like what is the process? Like how do they work? How do I buy, sell, make?
There are platforms like OpenSea.io.
Okay.
There is Ribble, there's Foundation, such platforms which can be used to trade NFTs. But in India, as per law, it's an asset.
NFT
Like there
is
is,
an asset.
like there's gold, like crypto is also an asset. So as we spoke about tokenism, right? The economy of tokens, so it falls under that.
Will taxation will also be applied if I sell NFT for a certain profit?
So NFT would be sold on crypto, right? Your currency of exchange would be
उसी
crypto,
में
and
होगा.
crypto come under the
Then
clear
यानी देना पड़ेगा.
asset of
आप सीधा भी
asset
बोल
class
देते,
of
हाँ.
taxable 30% as of now.
So how do you
Yeah.
claim ownership to NFT? Like let's say मेरे पास एक शक्तिमान है उड़ता हुआ, ठीक है, वो NFT है, पर मेरे पास ओनरशिप है ऐसी चीज की, लाइक वो ऐसे घूम रहा है, ये कैसे मालूम चलेगा?
See, NFT would be more like an image or a video, right? So ownership, kuch bhi ho, irrespective of what the NFT in question is. Point is, the ownership will be established by way of a digital certificate.
अच्छा.
So that's
I need
how.
to have that in my account like OpenSea पे या कहीं पे.
It will be transferred to you with the NFT. The digital certificate is basically a string of codes.
अच्छा, जो blockchain पे है,
जो
101010 कि भाई this thing belongs to कभी.
Yes, so that will be a unique code that only you'll have.
Got
and
it.
That will the whole transferability can be traceable on the blockchain. पर वो यूनिक होगा और वो सिर्फ कबीर के पास होगा और वो ट्रेसेबल होगा कि वो कबीर ने किससे लिया, कब लिया, कैसे लिया, जिसे हम टाइम स्टैम्पिंग भी कहते हैं.
So how do IP rights play when it comes to NFTs? Like, what is the play here?
Yeah, I mean, brilliant question coming back to the subject.
Thank you.
So IPR would be, as we've been discussing, right? IPR has a lot of subsets to it.
Yeah.
There's copyright, there is trademark. So all these come into play. There's copyright in terms of the artist who's done it, the music. The music can be unique, the painting. Then there is trademark in terms of if you've taken your trademark in, say, the Web3 space. Brands are now taking trademarks in the Web3 space as well.
Okay.
Right? They're trademarking their product. Like Red FM can go and take a trademark in the metaverse. So like that. So all brands will eventually move into the virtual world. And if you eventually move there, you would like to protect your goodwill in the longer run. So on that basis, there's trademarks that are coming in a big way. There's copyright. There are patents, because patents is a huge backbone of technology in terms of inventions. Like, for example, Nike has their Cryptonics, right? So they have a technology that they've patented, which is for cryptographic digital assets for footwear, wherein they drop in an NFT in your wallet to ascertain the originality of your Cryptonics, which they are calling it. Yeah, so that kind of also gamifies it and kind of gives you the authenticity as well.
Yeah, so
yeah.
That's interesting. And
those are few of the laws that come, and then there are many. There's the Indian Contract Act, etc., etc.
so then there is trademarks and then there are patents, right? How do trademarks? Let's start with trademarks. How do trademarks and NFTs are related?
Trademark would be like you gave me the example of Nike, the Nike
NFT
swoosh,
Nike,
right? So that would first fall under the ambit of a trademark to begin with. So it's like an amalgamation. You need somebody who's holistically well versed with which aspect comes in where. So something like that, yeah.
And patents.
Patents,
will also be...
I mean, we'll be taking it in depth in our upcoming episodes. But just to give you a quick drop here, patents would be your inventions, right? If something that is patented, and it would differ from country to country. So in terms of like the cryptonics technology that the technology that Nike has patented in the US is it's called cryptonics, right? So they are something that is patented there. It's there, that like the whole format, whatever it is, the tech code and everything, the software. So wherever there's software is involved, it'll involve a patent.
Interesting. So, I mean, I understand that IP will be very important because अभी बीच में हुआ था, क्रिप्टो करेंसी निकल गई थी एक कौन सा वो जो एक वेब सीरीज आई थी उसके नाम की, कोई गेम्स थे, अजीब सी एक वेब सीरीज थी, कोरियन वेब सीरीज.
Yeah.
You got it, ना? मैं नाम भूल गया हूँ उसका. क्या नाम था उसका?
Good Lord, are we aging?
No, it's just that there's too much of content and you cannot keep track on कि यार क्या क्या देखा था. मुझे ये मेरे को हर वेब सीरीज के पहले ना एक बार रिकैप देखना पड़ता है कि मैंने पिछले एपिसोड में क्या देखा. Squid Games. Wow. शिवारती.
Good Lord.
Almonds खाते हो. So Squid Games की क्रिप्टो करेंसी आ गई थी. Which was like किसी ने बना दी.
करेक्ट.
भाई प्राइस हवा में चला गया क्योंकि लोगों को लगा यार ये स्क्विड गेम्स की ना, आई डोंट नो व्हाई वी डू दैट, कि स्क्विड गेम्स की ऑफिशियल होगी. करेंगे क्या उससे मुझे भी नहीं मालूम, पर अपना ही लॉजिक लगा लिया लोगों ने. हाँ, ये स्क्विड गेम्स की है ना ऑफिशियल क्रिप्टो है, खरीद लिया, बंदे ने 2 दिन में डंप कर दी पूरी करेंसी, भाग गया.
Squid Game was a very brilliant example which you gave, because that was kind of a fraud, right?
So that's where IP needs to...
IP needs, there's a regulatory body that needs to come up. There are different bodies in different countries. India is also coming up with its own. Dubai has its body known as VARA.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are different regulatory bodies in each country that come up and kind of regulate the whole space, which is essential. But it's all moving so fast that it needs to be tabbed.
There is a lot of catch up every day.
Yes.
Like for example, NFTs also, when they came out, I just saw very nice, beautiful, 3D cyberpunkish art. Then next day I suddenly saw somebody put out, I don't know, if my memory serves me right, किसी Michael Jackson के किसी गाने के ना dry vocals, and I was like, what is happening? Like it's tough to keep up. Correct. But where do you see NFT? Like, what is your personal take on NFT right now? Where is it heading?
As a conclusion, I feel NFTs are here to stay. They do need the right protection though, in terms of they being the asset class and the proper regulation in terms of there being what you said what you said as an example of Squid Games. The area to do fraud needs to be reduced.
It's huge. And it's huge.
It can be regulated. In fact, it's you can regulate it because everything on blockchain is traceable at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's decentralized, but it is traceable, right? Yeah. So this person, whoever came up with the Squid Games tokens, currency, and then suddenly it disappeared into nowhere. They do leave their traces, but people bought it, right? It's the authenticity mechanisms of a particular NFT needs to be set, etc. So these are the things that go into regulation and the laws. That the reason we are having this is to ascertain that the laws that come into play should be right to a certain authenticity.
So you're basically saying NFT is here to stay. It's just not a bubble, probably.
Yeah, it's not a bubble. It's a use case. We might have another use case tomorrow on the blockchain. But yes, it is currently a valid use case. Like Red FM can go on and have their own NFTs in terms of, suppose you're doing an event, you're calling a great artist, you can have your own NFTs on OpenSea.
बचपन में अगर 3D सीख लिया होता तो कुछ तो फायदा हो ही जाता.
DALL-E. DALL-E.
DALL-E, we'll talk about that. It's like a favorite thing these days.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, that was NFT. Thank you, Shivarti, co-founding managing partner of RSD Bajaj and iNiva. देखा, मैंने बिल्कुल सही बोला इस बार. So we'll catch you on the next one. तब तक के लिए NFT में इन्वेस्ट करना चालू कर दो आप.
That's unsolicited advice.
Cool.
93.5 बजाते रहो.